Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I have been hard at work and I finally got this thing stable. Oh my goodness. So top speed is 17. It's gonna have to be 17. I can't push this ship anymore because it overheats. Well, I mean, it's just sipping fuel now, which is good. So the range, it's got incredible range. Yeah. Maximum clutch is 53 and our maximum throttle is 45. That seems to be the only way I can get this thing to be stable right now. So I'm happy. It's not dead slow, and I mean 17 is pretty good pace. Like I say, when you get out to the wide oceans, the other thing I have to test, I got to test this in the desert. Maybe I should do that right now. Is test this in the desert. Yeah, once you get out to the wide ocean, you don't want to be going too fast anyways, just because of the waves, just the way the waves are. If I go to custom menu and I turn that off, whoa, oh boy. I guess there's a bit of a storm right now. Let's go out this way. So I guess the next thing I'll need to add here will be radar, obviously. And then I am going to try and expand on what it's at. What am I thinking here? So we need radar, oh yes, and then the gas. I want to see if I can add more to that and see what I can do to get that to be a lot more efficient, because I just have a chamber right at the front of the boat, and in the bottom of the ship there's actually a hollow, as you see here, there's a hollow space at the bottom. So I'm thinking I might be able to turn that into a better desal setup than what I have in the front of the ship. I'm so excited. I was up almost all night, got up early, rushed the kids to school, came home. I'm like, okay, that's just the way I am. I don't know why. The way my mind works. When I have, I'm not working, right? When I'm not working and I have a chance to play, I want to try and solve. I want to be able to play. I don't want to sit here and I love Stormworks, I really do, but one of the frustrating things about Stormworks is the amount of testing that you have to do before you can play the game, right? And I was just getting so frustrated, but I'm so happy that I was able to get it to calm down now. I'm so happy. Right, so this isn't bad. Like in the wind, we'll do more. In the waves, we'll do more. But like I say, if I was in the high Arctic right now, and these waves were really picking up, they are very close together. If you guys watch the fishing boat video, the waves are extremely close together, and there's no way I'd be able to travel this fast in the Arctic. There's no way. The waves just become so large. Yeah, we might even experience that here, actually. If I come far enough, if I turn this way, there's an island over there. So if I turn this way, see, we're starting to see that already. I'm starting to get some air jumping waves. Awesome. Yeah, so it's coming along. It's coming along, finally. What's that? Oh, those are the spotlights. Ooh, that slows it down a little bit. Those aren't the spotlights. Those are surface lights. There must be another button somewhere here for the spotlights. Unless it's that. No, that's inside. Yeah, so it has plenty of power, and it's able to fight the sea at this speed, which is good. With the low engine, we're actually really efficient now on our fuel consumption. I was burning a lot of fuel earlier trying to calibrate it. And yeah, now it's pretty much ready. Now I just have to look at the gas and see what I can do to get more gas, to try and make gas faster. And now finally I can continue on with that part of the supply chain. how to handle gas. What are we going to do about the gas situation in the game? Right now you can't store it. I get it. You can spawn the vehicle in and all the containers will be full of gas. But if we wanted to run like a continuous series where you don't want to be respawning the vehicle every time, how do we handle the gas? So, cool. Yeah, a little bit more electronics on this guy, and it is going to be absolutely ready. Maybe I'll make the, I was thinking about maybe making this a little bit taller or putting a light on the front just so I can see where the front of the ship is over top of this. I know in most ships where the wheelhouse is, it's higher, it's one deck higher, so you can see all the way across. And that, but you know, I mean, like I said, this is my, like a fantasy build is probably what you would call this. And it works. I'm so happy that it works. And it's diesel, so it makes a lot of noise and it smokes. I will make, again, I'll upgrade one of these into, I'll make it nuclear powered. Because obviously that's the goal, right, is to have all nuclear powered ships that can do all this kind of stuff. And I'll just keep collecting the uranium or whatever from the desert or the underground cavern, wherever it happens to be. Yes, 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 yes. Now we're sitting at, look, so I'm still cooling off. Still cooling off. Excellent. So 53 clutch and 45 engine. And that's what I'll set. I'll either set the limits to that, and then that way we can always slow down. And then if we slow down, we'll have to obviously turn the engine down, because as the engine starts to idle up, it's going to overheat. Yeah, I'm excited. I was also thinking that perhaps I might have to add in the air liquid exchanger, like what they were using. It might be a little more efficient. I'm going to try it out again. I thought maybe the reason it wasn't working was because it was down in the chamber and it wasn't actually sucking air from the atmosphere. It was using air that was in the space, and maybe that's why it wasn't as efficient as it could be. But this seems to be working good. So what have I done? I'm just using a single 5x5 radiator with the fans on it to cool a single cylinder. So that seems to be that, but I had to add three. Three? Yeah. So we're, what is it? We're, I'd go down there, but it's, anyways, we're 5 cylinders? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, we're 5 cylinders. 3 of them are connected to their independent radiated, independent system. Yeah. So that's pretty much that. They're connected to their own systems, and oh good, it looks like this fog is starting to lift and the storm is going away. Oh, look at the island. There's an island over there. Holy moly. This is dangerous. This is why I need to get a map in here. I need to get a map in here. I need to get a radar in here. Now I can basically finish, well, I'll finish building this probably later on today. Yeah, we'll get the radar in and that sorted out. It's cool. Yeah. So, excuse me while I yawn. I've been at this for a while. I should probably have a nap is what I should do. Yeah, so next, what's the next step? So we'll get the radar on this and that, and then I will try and calibrate the gases again. See what I can do with the gases. nice if they could give us a filter. I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter, but it would be nice if they could give us a filter. Just, yeah. So I might also need to move this over, and I think I might put 4 on here. So we can do 2 for hydrogen and then 2 for oxygen. Yeah, that would be more balanced, because otherwise it just doesn't look right. I mean, I can always feel that, like, they hold 3 million units of gas. So in theory, I only need this front one for oxygen and this other one. This middle one is just kind of like for looks, right? I don't necessarily need it because that's way too much gas. I only need 100,000 to refill the shuttle every launch. So, you know, we don't need an excessive amount here. Yeah, perfect. Ooh, I'm so excited with this. So I tried every possible combination. So what I noticed was this: if you have a single radiator, your rate of flow it's like over 200 or over 300. It's maximum. As soon as you add a second radiator in line, your rate of flow drops. The first radiator is like 100, and the second radiator will be 50. So you'll be losing that. Instead of getting 300 shared between both radiators, you'll lose about 50%, maybe not 50%, I don't know, but you won't ever be able to achieve that value. It's less and less and less. The more radiators you add in line, the less it gets. I added pumps and everything, and it just didn't seem to matter. I always got the same result. With the pumps, without the pumps, as soon as you add 2 or 3 radiators in line, they just don't work. The flow doesn't work out. So you have to have a single radiator with its own pumps coming out of the cylinder and going back into the cylinder. Now, the regular pumps wouldn't work, the small pumps, so I had to use the medium type pumps. They were the ones that worked. Oops. Set that there. Yeah, it was the medium pumps that I had to use in this case. Cool. Oh, I'm so happy that this is going and not overheating. My concern was in the desert, because in the desert, the air temperature heats up by 30 degrees, and then that'll cause the engine to overheat. So if you can't keep your engine cool, you can't go to the equator. And you say, well, why does that matter? Well, that is where all the oil fields are, is in the desert. So if I can't export oil with the tanker, then I have to use rail or air. Suppose I could use my heavy lift aircraft. I mean, I thought that was almost the original plan, was to take that. But this is cool. No, I'm really excited for this. Good, and now I can make the necessary changes to the other one, so I'll have one for just purely liquids, and then I'll have this one, which is like a hybrid. I suppose I don't need the other one if I have this one. It can do the same, right? And then we're fully loaded right now. All the tanks are full, but they're full of water. This isn't any kind of gas, it's just water. Yeah, holy moly. Nice. Alrighty, well, there you have it. What I'll do is we'll get back to port here, and I will show you what I had to do. Yeah, when we get there to make it stable. I was getting worried. I almost thought, like, what if I can't get it stable? Am I going to have to reduce the amount of cylinders on the engine? Which I suppose I could still do. But it seems like the way it's set up now with the medium generator, it's a bit strange. If I add any more gearboxes, the engine won't turn over. But I'm only using 3 gearboxes coming off the engine to amplify the RPS. I'm multiplying it by 9. know I was a lot faster. Obviously, we're not very fast right now because we're fighting the sea. But as you can see, it's just it's steady power, which is what we need. It's steady power in the storms. And I mean, I can always slow this down, right? I can slow this down a little bit, and we would still be probably chugging pretty good. So yeah, this is good. This is really good. I mean, it's not bad. It's about 25 knots or so. It's probably the top speed on this. I don't know what the top speed on a tanker is, a small tanker. But to me, that sounds pretty good. The sea, it throws this thing from side to side. Ooh, and it's getting dark. So I'll definitely have to add some more lights as well here on the surface. And then I'll need to clean up the pipes a little bit. Yeah, clean up the pipes here. Probably need some lunch. Lunchtime. Rainy day. Boy. Yeah, so I will have to take this to an area where we get the big waves and definitely test it out. Maybe I'll deploy it in the Arctic and sail way out somewhere like I did in the fishing boat, just to see what it can do. That definitely makes me happy. Oh yeah, it's sipping now. It just sips fuel. So the range on this thing is immense. I don't know if I'd be able. I might be able to make it to the Arctic. I should try one time. Just make a series there. Oil tanker series. Cool. So that's one issue down. Like I say, now we have to figure out what we do with the gas. And now the benefit of this is the drill platform that I have also produces gas. So I can always take this to the drill platform, get oil, and I can get gas from the drill platform. But I know I was going to try and use those, the buoys for the wellheads, right? The floating buoy thing that I had there. So that's coming up. That's basically I'm going to reapproach industry, not in the full way, but just to try and finish off all the equipment that I need for space. There's so much equipment that we need. And I mean, this is good. This is really good that this is happening. Just crashes right over the tanker. There goes the sun. Going down on a foggy day. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. We're almost there. And then I can show so I'll go over the changes that I had to make to this thing to get it stable. Now, I'm extremely happy. Yeah. I think that's the starter base. We must be getting close. So 78 seems to be where it's. And both engines aren't equal. I don't know why. One engine seems to be hotter than the other, and then when they cool off, one engine will cool off faster than the other, even though they're identical. They're identical. They're hooked up the same. They have the same. All the pumps are the same. Everything's the same. They both feed into the same. Their RPS merges. Yeah, this is nice. I really enjoyed this tanker. This tanker was good. It made me a lot of money, and it helped me out a lot. Like I say, it can hold almost 120,000 liters of liquid. So if you figure that's jet fuel, I mean, that's $500,000 in jet fuel every time you send this thing out, right? It was perfect. Diesel, that's 300,000 diesel. That's pretty good. But I probably won't sell. I was only going to sell the jet fuel, and probably not all of it, because I have the shuttle now that requires the jet fuel. Yeah, so my kind of solution to that was to build the drill rig and have the buoys, the anchor buoys. And then what I'll do is I'll just sail around and I'll drill a whole bunch of holes and have the buoys on there. So instead of, because the flaw with the drill ship was once you tap that hole, now you have to stay there. And you have to stay there until you're full. And then you can take the pipes back up and leave. And I mean, that could be days. So the idea with the buoys is that I can leave the buoy there, it floats on the surface, and I can come back and forth. I can come back to the oil field whenever I need it. Now, I haven't actually tested that, but now that we have this working, I think I might dabble and try and give it a go. Stormy. Wow. They're big waves for being this close to shore. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it there. Barely, just barely. Whoa. The sea at night. In the fog. Yeah, there's no way my old video card would be able to handle this, let me tell you. It'd be going so slow. So slow. This one does a good job. Thankfully. All right, we got a kilometer to go. Yeah, radar and a map in here. I might go over the lighting. It doesn't seem like there's much for lighting in here either. That's something I'll have to check out. I think there's some interior lights. And then, of course, there's the captain's cabin, which is here. That'll have to be worked on, put a TV and stuff in here, right? We need communications equipment, transponder, blah, blah, blah. We need all that stuff here. This one definitely doesn't have any of that. Not yet. Oh, we are heading into danger. Can't see the dock, smash into it. Looks good. There's enough lighting, I think, on the deck for at night. There's a light in the front, light in the back. Oh, the spotlights are on. Okay, I didn't realize they were on. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, I see. Spotlight is... Must be a couple of different lights. Oh yeah, I got these lights up close too. Okay, interesting. Alright, so here we are. We're finally at the port. What I'll do is I'll go in here and then I'll just show you what I had to do to get the engines to be stable. Get it? Yeah. Alright, so where are we here? Yeah, each cylinder. So this chamber, it just has one. And then down below, I just have a single. That's it. So what I was thinking about doing actually, because I have one here, and one there, is I thought maybe I would connect those together. I'm not sure how that's going to work because this one's the air and the other one over here is fuel, right? So I've sort of lost that. Yeah, and then I don't know if like if this accepts fluid from both sides, you know? If I can have coolant going in here and coolant going in there. So these are things that I'll be testing out right now and just seeing the results if I can double it up by going in the other side as well and just having a separate so yeah, so every radiator needs to have its own set of pumps. If you add a second radiator on here with these pumps, the flow cuts down and it won't work. So that's why I had down here, I just use these pumps, which will give us a nice flow rate through the radiators. Yeah, and just to cool that down. So that's basically it. That's basically all I had to do. And then of course I have a couple of these for the generator here, and then 3 there. So I guess I have 5 in total. Now I could probably take those 2 and put them on this side here, and I could always take the generator, and instead of the generator starting with the engine, I guess I could always connect the generator after the clutch, or I could have a separate clutch for the generator. Or alternatively, I can get rid of the generator altogether, and I think there's actually a room on here for an alternator if I... Oh no, it would have to come on the bottom. Is that right? Because it needs... Yeah, all these are using up those pulleys, so it would have to go on the bottom here. Now, I've never actually used the alternators. I haven't, or I have. Okay, let's see. And they work just like the generator. You have to apply speed to them. A throttle, I guess. 3, 4. Let's see how that works. And then we'll take a keypad. And here, I'll just stick it here for now. Take a keypad, and then this is going to be our alternator speed. You have to turn the alternators on, and you have to give them a number to focus on. So our maximum throttle, our maximum engine throttle is going to be engine, and I'll say 0.45. Now it needs to be bigger than that to start. We have to be able to crank it up to start. So I guess I could make that its minimum value. Could be 0.45. Between 0.45 and 1. That might work, because that seems to be our lowest. And then if I crank down the clutch, oh no, maybe we don't want to mess with that. I'll leave this variable. Actually, what I leave that variable, or I suppose I could replace it as well. What's it doing? Oh, does this go to both? Yeah, that goes to both engines. Now, I'm not also using the... Am I using the flywheel? No. So, maybe that's why. Alright, so in their engines, that might help actually. I think it's X minus 3 they do? X minus 3. Let me save this real quickly and let me take a look at the preset engine here. If we load the preset, this one here, and we take a look at how they do that. X minus 3. All right. Now, what that does is it allows. I'm gonna have to recalibrate everything now, and then we'll go there and there instead of having this. I don't know what the constant number was. 1. Yeah, it's and I think this should slow down. This should slow down here. I'm gonna have a separate function block for this side too. This will make it easier for the flywheel to maintain its momentum. And I should, so after this, I should be able to add more of these onto here. Let's see if I save that, and then we just check out the preset engine here. I've noticed they've got. They only have 2. They only have 2 coming off their flywheel. 3 to 1 and 3 to 2, but they have a large. It's powering a large generator. All right, so let's see what that does. Let's see what that did. Check to make sure I still saved it, and then I'll have to change the throttle also, so I can adjust the throttles, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we'll go back up here. Back up here, we'll change that to 1 because I might actually be able to have a higher throttle now. Just take that. Oh, I can't access the custom menu here. So spawn. This is going to be dicey because it's the middle of the night. I'll turn on the custom menu and let's make it daytime. There we go. Then that way I don't crashing into the dock here. All right, do that. That sign, light, systems. I'm going to change this as well. I'll do a tutorial on that. What I learned, so with the being able to save the rotation, right? You say if this, else that, and you can do the same thing with this. If systems, and then you can make this go red. I think I'm gonna try anyways because it'd be nice when you press on it, it changes colors so you can know if you've activated the button or not. Because it runs through as a toggle button inside the switch, or inside the microcontroller. Oh, that was good. They fired right up. And we were hanging around 45. Oh yeah, look how slow we are now. What did I do? Let's see. That I obviously significantly reduced the RPS. That was a mistake. X -3. So maybe I won't do that after. I could always just get rid of that. Three is our RPS. So, yeah, all that would allow me to do is crank the engine down to like, so it idles at around 1. Let's see here. Let's see if I do that. Oh, I didn't get rid of the generator either. I needed 7, I think, with the pistons. So we'll see what this does. I won't even save it. We'll just spawn that. So before I couldn't turn over the engine when it had this many gear boxes on it. It just would refuse to start. It wouldn't even turn over. Ah! Sounds like it's starting up just fine now. I wonder if I put them on the right way. Yeah, strange, huh? Strange how you add all these on here and it actually reduces instead of multiplying it, instead of making it bigger, yeah. Anyways, there's a lot to this game that I don't understand. I'll do what I had done before, and now it's just this, and then we just have full clutch pressure without reducing the flywheel and anything. And that's why it's slow on the startup, right? It's because we're applying full clutch to it. I suppose I could try X -2 or whatever, but I don't know. I don't really want to mess with this thing too much. I just spent days trying to calibrate it. Okay, yeah. So that'll pretty much do it for that test. As we saw there, that was kind of ridiculous. I don't that to me doesn't make sense. If the RPS coming off the flywheel is 2, and then you add additional gearboxes, why is it reducing that RPS value from 2 to like 0.0001, and then it starts to amplify it from there? To me, that doesn't make any sense. But you know, I'm not a mechanic or anything, so I guess that's beyond me at this point. Okay, so that's figured out. The engine works, and right, this was the engine stats in here. I wonder if I should connect that. I guess I could do that later. That's going to be a little bit of Lua work and stuff. I can tackle that. This was the alternator. I guess I know that's going to work now. Oh yes, I wanted to expand our decel. That's why I connected the alternators, is because I wanted to expand on our decel chamber here. This is like way too efficient in the front. Way too efficient. So I thought maybe I could do it down here. Electrolyzer. Could do something like that. No, this will have to be like that. And hydrogen. Let's go 3. Yeah, that should. Let's do that. We'll make it 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now I wonder if I can just tap into the line, where I could just tap into it. If I could just come up here. All right, let's figure this out first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we need our bin. 3. Struggling a little bit here. 3. I think my mouse is going complete. Too many of those. My daughter, she was playing some of those the clicker games and stuff. And she's so hard on the mouse. Sitting there. On the other side of the apartment, I was here. Click, 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 click. Hey, what are you doing to the mouse? Okay, and now we need some pumps, right? No, we need the desals. The desal cells. So let's just take this. Yeah, and we'll copy that. Let's see where we gotta go. Right, and that just fits in here. And what was it? I think it was 3. Here, if we set this up like that, like that. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll clear that and go like that and like that. There. And then we'll copy that. Oh, because they weren't merged. Alright. Now, will this fit on this side? It will just barely. And then that needs to be turned around like that, right? And then we can go in here. Yeah, in there. Alright. Merge that. Okay, can you highlight, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this should double our capacity. And that, and that, and that. And now what I need to do is Oh, and then these have to go. Do I go using pumps to bring the? I am. I'm using pumps. So what do we want to do here? I guess. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Thank you for leading. All right, so 2, 3. What kind of pipe can we use for that? There. No, that won't work. Has to be this one. There we go. And this one here is 3. Yeah, okay. And is it 1 pump per or is it 2? Oh, I see. I guess that. I wonder if it mattered. Probably, I don't think it mattered, eh? If I had 1 pump on there. I guess I could check it out. I don't think it mattered. And this is fluid in. So we need this fluid thing. All right, and that will connect us. Perfect. So that's one side. That's one side now. Now let's do the other side. All right, and then all right, some pumps here. Is that right? Did I get that the right way? I did. Okay. All right. So now I can see if I should be able to feed. Right here. Shouldn't matter. It probably does, but it shouldn't. Okay, so now that's connected and that's connected. So now I need to figure out how I'm going to come back to here. I guess just like that, actually. Cool. Well, that worked out really well. What are we working on? Hydrogen. Yeah, you notice that the pipes, I've already got them. Oh, is that even gonna work? Hold on a second here. That might not work. Hold on. Is this hydrogen? No, that's oxygen. Ah, yes. I knew I had them crossed here. And that's oxygen. Yeah, whoops. Just complicates things just a little bit here. Yeah, I think I can just go straight up. That's what we'll do. Alright. choose the right color. Okay, get this pipe here, and then that will be there, and that will be that one there, and then we can just come up like that. And then probably what I can do is I can merge, probably merge this here. Let's see. Oops. Probably merge them, doing some more pipe work. I'm all about that. So much of it. All right, we'll put this one here, and then this one here. Okay, so let's see here. If I go this way and this way. That and like that. Okay, and now this one here. I will do this. We'll come around this way. Now this is just gas, so unlike steam, right? Steam, we need to have our own water. Sometimes you need to have your own flow, but I'm just going out on a limb here, and I'm going to assume that because this is gas, it's going to be nice to us, and it's going to let us get away with this. Cool. I'm really happy I kept this little area in there. It's proven to be really helpful. 1, 2, 3. And we'll take this here, and we'll go up here. 1, 2, and 3. And then we need to connect. So let's see here, and here, and we'll take this, and we'll do that. Yeah, it would help if you don't stall. Yeah, I've noticed. I don't know if that's my PC or if that's the game, but it tends to. It's probably my PC, if I had to guess. It'll be processing, and then it'll just stall every once in a while. It'll stall. That's my PC. Time. Early Christmas shopping. Okay. And then we are going to go blue. And I should be able to just come right underneath. Bugger. And now I don't have a door in here. I don't have a way of getting in here either. So eventually I'll have to, after like several fires and explosions and stuff, I'll figure out, I'll realize that I need to have access to this area, and I'll build access to it. Right now there's no access to a lot of this stuff. It's just kind of buried. Okay, so we have that there, and then now we need our electricity, I guess. Sure, we'll take off of there. 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I can really test to see if this plant if it's actually going to work, if I can keep up to it. Where are we here? Where are we? Way over here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, save that. Spawn it in. just turn it on just to see the battery drain. It's probably going to be absolutely glorious. Oh, I guess I don't want to. Probably shouldn't turn that up yet. This is the trim for the, or the pitch for the water jets. Yeah, I was even thinking about taking this ship and turning it into a mini container ship. I know I had that big, the Ocean Explorer that I built there. That was a monstrosity, that thing. So this, to me, this size ship is way more practical for Stormworks than the massive, massive ships that I've been building. Okay, so this is going to go to 53. And the engine, I could probably run at 45. Let's see what happens here. Let that drop. Yeah, I'm okay with 17. For me, I'm okay with that. As you can see, it just sips fuel. So to me, that's absolutely lovely. It's sipping fuel. And let's turn that on. Oh, and we are. There we go. Maybe I'll do a count here. It's already 1:30 in the afternoon. My goodness. All right. Let's do a stopwatch. Let's do a calculation here. 2, 3, 4, 35. I'll go for 10 seconds from 35. 7, 8, 9, 10. 48. 10, 13. That's better, I guess. That's better, right? What is that? Times 6. 78 units per minute. 4,000 units per hour. Still going to take me 24 hours to fill up this thing at this rate. So I need to significantly increase. It looks like we're good electrically. We're good electrically, so I'm just going to keep working away here, and this is going to do it for today's video. Yeah, I just keep working away on the gas plant and try and get it more efficient. And then I'll add the radar and the map and everything else, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, liking and subscribing. You guys are awesome. And I will definitely see you in the next one.